Good morning to you. Good. I hope you have a good day. It's a beautiful day. A little rough weather last night if you were a little north of me, but here we got barely a shower. But it's all good today. I want to read a verse of scripture to start with today, and then we're going to talk about heaven and what we think about heaven. Found in verse 27 of the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and 27. Talking about the beauty of heaven, the walls of diamond and the gates of pearl and that sort of thing, and how wonderful it is. And then he says this in verse 27, but there shall by no means enter into it anything that defiles or causes an abomination or a lie, but only those who are written in the Lamb's book of life. Talking about heaven and thinking about heaven and realizing how limited we are. Heard a story not long ago about a little boy who had a pet turtle. Carried the turtle around with him everywhere he went in a shoebox. He'd take him out and play with him. One day the little boy stopped to take the turtle out, and lo and behold, the turtle was on its back and not moving. Thought he was dead. Looked like he was dead. No movement at all. So he ran to his dad. He said, "Dad, my turtle is dead." And he was crying and obviously heartbroken. The daddy broke his heart because his son's heart was broken by the turtle. So the dad says, "Son, let me think about this. I tell you what we'll do. We'll try to do your turtle upright. In terms of, we'll have a funeral service for your turtle. And I'll say some words over his little gravesite. We'll talk about how wonderful little turtle is in turtle heaven. How he's got nice, green, luscious grass to walk around in. How the Lord will provide him all the cabbage and lettuce that he wants to eat and drink pure, clear water from the stream there in heaven. He'll have just a wonderful time playing with the little turtle friends. And on top of that, tell you what we'll do is that after we bury the turtle and have that little service for him, we'll invite your friends over and we'll have a time to fellowship with them. We'll have ice cream and cake and the little boy's eyes were getting brighter and he was feeling better hearing his daddy talking about how wonderful turtle heaven would be and about the little boys and his friends coming over. He said, "Okay, Daddy." And so they got to the site, and before they started digging a hole to bury the turtle, he opened the box and lo and behold, the turtle was on his belly again, walking around. He was alive. And the little boy thought a little bit. He looked at his daddy and he looked at the turtle. He looked at his daddy and he looked at his turtle. He looked at his daddy one more time and said, "Daddy, let's kill him." How wonderful turtle heaven must have been. What do you think about heaven? We're limited in our ability to comprehend the majesty and the wonder and the wonderful things that we'll find in heaven. Heard another story the other day. It goes like this. There were 4 blind men, and they were doing an experiment. They wanted to see how the blind men, by touch, would describe an elephant. One blind man went to the rear end of the elephant and felt at the elephant's tail. He said, an elephant must be like a rope, must look like a rope, long and slim and slender. But another blind man was by the elephant's leg, and he reached his arm, just barely could go around the elephant's leg. No, he said, an elephant is like a tree trunk. An elephant must look a lot like a tree. Another man, blind, he was feeling around the elephant's ears. He says, "No, y'all got it all wrong. An elephant must be a giant bird of some kind with long, big, leathery, powerful wings. It's a giant bird. The elephant must look like a giant bird of some kind." The 4th blind man, though, was at the front of the elephant, and he was touching his trunk, his nose. He says, "Y'all got it all wrong. An elephant must be like a giant snake. I can feel this. It must be like an anaconda or a python or something, like a giant snake." All of them were wrong from their perspective. The Bible tells us that in 1 Corinthians 13 that whenever we get to heaven, we will know then as we're known now. In other words, we will have our senses perfected. We don't think much about that. We think a perfect body and a perfect place to live and perfect friends and fellowship, but our senses as well. Anything that you can enjoy now as compared to enjoy heaven later, really is no comparison. Heaven will have our senses perfected then. What a wonderful place heaven must be. Think about heaven today, will you? And know that whatever you think about heaven, and as wonderful as you think it is, there's always more to what we can comprehend. Sweet thoughts today. You have a good day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.